what attracted you to choose such a very diverse cast of great actors?
Well, Jurassic Park is not an American film. It's a film that belongs to the whole world, and I thought it was very important that when we reintroduce this film, that we have people that represent the whole world, and so we not just the actors on the stage, Mr. Pratt and Miss Howard and the great Omar Sy, but Irrfan Khan and B.D. Wong and Vincent D'Onofrio, Judy Greer, Nick Robinson, Ty Simpkins. This whole cast, everybody has a moment. Everybody gets to be a true character and have an identity. And I think we really get to see into the souls of all these people.
Qu'est-ce que représente le premier Jurassic Park pour vous et voilà, commencer d'intégrer la suite?
I think what was most important to me was to not be derivative and to not just make a carbon copy of a movie that I loved. I think it's kind of the third rail of anyone in my generation because we love those movies so much. And so I tried to just recreate a feeling, and I hope that when people watch it, they can have the same experience as I did with the first film. I was 16 when I saw it, and I regressed back to being a child, and my goal would be for everyone in the audience to watch the movie as 8 to 12-year-olds, regardless of their age.
Do you remember how you felt when you first saw Jurassic Park?
Shell-shocked, basically, and something else that was huge for me when I saw that movie was that I was 12 years old and my parents were very strict, and they would never let me see a movie as scary as Jurassic Park was at that time, at that age, and yet they went on opening night. And they came home. I distinctively remember this because all my friends were going to see the movie on that Friday, and I wasn't allowed to go, and I was devastated. And they came home and they said, this is Bryce, this is cinema history. You must see this movie in the theater.
Chris, so what do you recall of that first experience?
It was good.
C'était
good.
super.
Dinosaurs. I remember, see, this is really to even be an actor for a living is very much a dream, let alone to be given an opportunity to be instrumental in continuing to tell the story of, a franchise, a legacy that was really very important to you as a kid. I was 13 when I saw it in the theaters. I'll never forget it. It was my first big event movie. The idea that we get to be part of making this movie is a huge honor, and the fact that the movie is really good is a giant relief.
Omar, même combat, vous avez adoré ce film?
Alors, je me souviens être allé avec une bande de potes et c'était juste incroyable visuellement ce qu'on a vécu. C'est carrément historique. Donc on s'est pris ce film-là en pleine tête avec tout ce que ça comporte. Un vrai divertissement, on flippait et visuellement on était bluffé par les trucs avec aussi beaucoup d'humour. Donc oui, ça fait partie de ces films-là qui nous marquent en tant qu'adolescents. Et c'est vrai qu'après, de se retrouver sur le tournage de ce film-là et de participer à cette aventure, c'était quelque chose d'exceptionnel et assez énorme.
For you, I mean, running around in high heels, for you running next to these creatures, that must have been also something, right?
Sometimes when you play a character, there's an element of the character's costume or an object that they have that kind of represents the sort of the metaphor of who that character is in the world. And for me, Claire was her high heels. She starts the film buttoned up, sterile. She's an individual who has in the quest for profit has compromised her own humanity. And as the story evolves, so does she. And she goes out into the jungle, and her white clothes get muddy, and and ripped up, and she gets bruised, and she's filthy, and she's sweaty, but girlfriend does not take off her heels.
Do you feel that these dinosaurs also represent the animal part of us?
One of the nice things about this movie is the human relationships that exist, and I think that's really important for any story. You can have spectacular dinosaurs all around you, but I think it's the human story that makes that it really drew me into this movie, and part of that human story is my character Owen trying to draw the animal out of Claire. You know, she's I want, you know, and at some point the whole situation does draw the animal out of her, and she goes down to that fight or flight mentality, and well, if you've seen the film, you know she does something very heroic and animalistic and incredibly sexy, and that leads to this kind of awesome and unexpected romantic moment between Owen and Claire. So it's nice that, you know, Owen has very much a respect for the natural order of things and where he fits in the food chain, and he sees us all as just animals. And Claire's a little more reserved, and so he likes it when she turns into an animal.